The video opens with a cold shock that immediately unsettles the viewer, presenting a jarring and unexpected fact that creates the sense of something powerful rumbling beneath the surface. The tone is urgent yet controlled, capturing the exact moment when the first tremor hits and reminding the audience that shockwaves seldom arrive without warning signs. Only, people rarely notice them until it's too late. From this burst of intensity, the tease follows by hinting at the deeper story unfolding beneath the disruption. It invites the viewer to explore the chain of events that created the shockwave, promising revelations that expose hidden tensions, overlooked decisions, and the surprising moment when everything changed direction. It subtly signals that the most startling revelation lies near the end, urging viewers to stay for the full unraveling. As momentum builds, the engagement spark arrives, drawing the viewer into an intimate mental challenge by asking them to reflect on a moment when an unexpected disturbance forced their world to shift. This quiet invitation deepens the emotional investment, pulling the viewer closer to the unfolding narrative and prompting them to imagine how a shockwave begins long before it is felt. The main body of the story unfolds through a sequence of richly developed blocks, 18 narrative movements that each reveal a new layer of the shockwave's origin, impact, and consequences. The first block opens with a question that seems harmless at first, but quickly exposes a surprising insight about how a single overlooked detail can trigger a much larger disturbance. The next moment shifts into a vivid description of how decisions made by key figures created tensions beneath the surface. Tensions strong enough to warp alliances and send quiet vibrations through every connected system. From there, another block emerges through an imagined scenario that brings the viewer directly into the room where an unexpected turning point occurred, forcing the audience to feel the atmosphere shift as if they were present. As the narrative progresses, one block moves through personal reflection, showing how individuals caught inside the shockwave experienced its intensity in real time. Another dives into an unexpected revelation, drawn from contrasting facts that appear unrelated but collide dramatically at the center of the story. A later block draws on a voice of authority, a figure whose observation adds credibility and weight, grounding the shockwave in the real world rather than abstract theory. Another section shifts the tone again, using a future-leaning hint to suggest how the consequences of this disturbance may ripple outward in ways no one has yet considered. By the time the narrative reaches its midpoint, the mid-video call to action appears naturally, woven seamlessly into the rhythm. It invites viewers to support the channel with a like or subscription if they want to stay connected to deep, unfolding stories like this one, delivered without breaking the storytelling mood or disrupting the emotional arc. After this midpoint, the second wind phase surges with renewed energy, revealing complications and twists that were not visible earlier. New layers rise to the surface, exposing misunderstandings, miscalculations, and powerful undercurrents that magnify the shockwave's force. One block reveals the overlooked mistake that intensified the disruption. Another uncovers the hidden motive that redirected the outcome. A later movement shows how emotions ran high among those directly affected, and another dives into the lingering consequences that continued to echo through the system long after the initial disruption. Each of these movements deepens the sense that the shockwave was not an isolated event, but the product of intertwined forces, human, structural, emotional, and strategic, building pressure until something finally snapped. As the story nears its close, the narrative shifts toward reflection, pulling together the most powerful impressions without listing or summarizing them. The wrap gently guides the viewer toward a sense of closure, offering a final message that acknowledges the gravity of everything they've witnessed. It hints that more stories like this, just as gripping and unpredictable, are on the way, giving viewers a subtle push toward returning for the next chapter. The outline ends with the required disclaimer, delivered cleanly. The content is not professional advice, and viewers should consult a qualified expert when needed. Another captivating one is coming up soon. Click the subscribe button to get it on time.